Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. Instead of a full review, I want to share 5 crucial tips that would have made my early game experience in Assassin's Creed Shadows much smoother. If you're about to start your adventure, these are 5 things you definitely need to know. For a full review of Assassin's Creed Shadows, be sure to check out our What's Streaming video on the channel. My first tip is to tweak your combat settings if you are struggling. Don't just stick with the default configuration because it can really impact how the game feels, especially when you're playing as Naui. I found a huge improvement in my combat experience by switching the melee attack mode to combo. Initially I was struggling with the combat feeling unresponsive, but changing this setting made it much more fluid and responsive. It allowed me to chain attacks together more effectively and made combat encounters feel less clunky. So experiment with those settings early on, see what options are available and find what works best for your playstyle. It can make a world of difference in your enjoyment of the game. My second tip is to be prepared for how the character unlocks work in this game. You get a brief but exciting taste of Yasuke early on, and then you're primarily playing as Naoe. If you're someone who likes to explore extensively, complete side activities and clear areas before advancing the main storyline like I do, you might be waiting a while before you unlock Yasuke. It took me around 14 hours of playtime to finally unlock him. To speed up this process and access both characters sooner, you might need to prioritize the main story missions and focus on those for a while. So just be aware of this structure and plan your playthrough accordingly to manage your expectations. Ironically, Assassin's Creed Shadows has a progression system that really encourages you to engage with the game world and its various activities. It's not just about leveling up your character through combat. You unlock new abilities and skills by spending points. To get those points, you need to explore, clear outposts and enemy locations, complete side quests and activities, and eliminate targets. But there's more to it than that. Don't forget to participate in the various mini games scattered throughout the world. Things like rhythm-based challenges, praying at shrines, and horseback archery are not just fun distractions, they often reward you with knowledge points. These knowledge points are essential for unlocking those powerful higher tier abilities and upgrades for your characters, so make sure you explore thoroughly and participate in a wide variety of activities to maximize your progression. My fourth tip is all about navigation. Use the map legend. The map in this game is massive and incredibly detailed, which is fantastic for exploration, but it can also be overwhelming when you're trying to find specific locations or objectives. There are so many icons and points of interest that it's easy to waste a lot of time scrolling around and searching. Save yourself a lot of time and frustration by learning to use the map legend feature right away. This invaluable tool allows you to filter and jump directly to discovered locations such as castles, towns, shrines and viewpoints. It's a huge time saver and will make navigating the world and finding what you need much more efficient. Finally, my fifth tip concerns traversal. Traversal in Assassin's Creed Shadows is a bit different compared to some previous games in the series where you could freely roam and climb virtually anywhere. In Shadows, there are more restrictions on where you can go and how you can move through the environment. The forests in particular can be quite dense with thick undergrowth and uneven terrain, making them difficult and time consuming to navigate. You'll often encounter obstacles and get stuck if you venture too far off the beaten path or try to take shortcuts through the woods. Because of these traversal limitations, it's wise to plan your routes and make good use of the guide system. Sticking to the roads, paths and marked routes will generally make your traversal much smoother and less frustrating. So those are my top 5 tips for starting Assassin's Creed Shadows. I really hope these more detailed explanations help you avoid some of the frustrations I encountered and have a more enjoyable experience with the game. For a full review of Assassin's Creed Shadows, be sure to check out our What's Streaming video on the channel. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share your own tips in the comments below. Thanks for watching.